Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And I know we discussed the topic in this article already, but I wanted to kind of tie it all in with saying that, one, T-Mobile is going to be very busy. That's why I wanted to bring this up again. So T-Mobile is busy right now integrating the Sprint assets, Swiftel assets, Iowa Wireless, Chantel. I mean, they're still working through all of that in the background. So come July 29th, T-Mobile is going to report their Q2 earnings. Will the numbers look good? We'll see. We'll definitely see on that day. You guys know I'll be tuned in. I'm sure some of you guys will be tuned in, and then we'll recap and summarize their earnings call shortly after. Now, what I'm thinking, AT&T and Verizon are telling the market confidently that their strategies are working and they're growing. In this kind of environment, it's going to be tough for all three to continue growing at the pace that they're growing, the way the market is currently sitting, where it's at. So somebody is gonna grow at a lower volume. Is that going to be Verizon? Potentially. They could be, in this outcome, they could be the lowest growing carrier going forward. But I still think, according to their strategy, that's going to bring them the success that they're looking for and the strategy that they set forth. T-Mobile is usually has been pretty much always throughout LTE, been the carrier that looks for growth at volume. They seem to be under the impression that they can do more with the customer that they gain. During LTE, they didn't have much to really upsell. They didn't have home internet. They weren't doing anything with TV. It was just literally a pure wireless play. They had maybe some smaller gimmicks that they threw in for, insurance and along those lines, but they weren't really doing anything big that got you to like, oh yeah, this is a big upsell. This is an extra $50 from that customer. This is going to increase our ARPA significantly. They weren't doing anything like that. Now it's different. Now they got a home internet. Now they have that partnership with YouTube TV. So it's definitely going to be a bit interesting to see T-Mobile, how they do throughout the remainder of this year and into next year. There's really nothing setting T-Mobile apart anymore. They did lead the industry in some cases with the unlimited Magenta Max, which was the first truly unlimited plan, which they said was for the 5G. But AT&T is now matching that. So there's really no difference there anymore. And some are telling me that Verizon may match the offer, that specific offering as well. They may also do a completely unlimited plan. So there's nothing really uncarrier-like anymore with T-Mobile. Not saying that T-Mobile has gone completely and went back to the carrier way, but they're just not setting themselves apart anymore. Pricing is still a little cheaper on T-Mobile. Taxes and fees, that's kind of where they set themselves apart. And then the promotional offerings, 50% off of lines, free phones, that's really their strength. And then, of course, marketing. Marketing, they still lead in that department. They still have the best marketing team, in my opinion. But nonetheless, as these big opportunities present themselves, as T-Mobile gets busy, as they present all of their plans and the network to these businesses that they're trying to compete for, they're going to be very, very busy to summarize it all the rest of the year. They have a lot of stuff ongoing on the network side. Which was to be expected. I mean, they're pouring in $40 billion over a certain time period, so they were gonna be busy regardless. One thing to point out, though, Crown Castle is reporting no activity on small cells from T-Mobile at all. So they're very busy, and this is really what they stated, that they would be a macro-based network. So they're really focusing on the macro grid. They want to touch the Sprint sites. They want to touch the T-Mobile sites, which is the anchor network, put N41 on that. And then that will essentially have the amount of capacity needed to migrate the Sprint base even to a higher percentage. Now, one thing that I did want to point out just briefly that I was kind of caught me off guard last night. It seems that apparently T-Mobile also has access to old Nextel sites as keep sites. Now, are those labeled as Sprint keep sites? Perhaps yes. But speaking with a few people last night, seems like Nextel had more of a presence in rural America. So this could, of course, help T-Mobile in a big way gain footprint where they had no footprint before. Sprint also converted a lot of Nextel sites to Sprint sites back when Sprint was still around. But now it seems that even some of the older Nextel sites could be essentially converted over to T-Mobile equipment. So that's another big milestone that T-Mobile is chasing. So again, very, very busy company at the moment. And I think if they truly needed to invest more to get more done, I truly believe they could do so. They just have that much work to do within the network. Nobody right now is touching as many macros as T-Mobile. Not AT&T, not Verizon. Verizon, they're touching all of their, 7,000 to 8,000 of their macros in the top 46 PEAs. I'm sure AT&T is also busy in that regard, maybe not as aggressive as Verizon, but they're looking to get work done. So T-Mobile very busy to sum it up for the remainder of the year. Let me know how you guys think they will do in the quarter come July 29th. I look forward to reading your guys' comments as always. If you have been on the channel or you're new to the channel and you have not yet liked, share, subscribe, make sure you do so. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload content. Make sure to follow my social media outlets for more updates and interactions. Thanks again for watching. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.